Alright, welcome back to the channel. Today I have my first game in a Gen 7 UU Swiss tournament. My opponent today was Bolt Beam Studios, a very nice guy, good battler. I don't have any tournament games up on the channel yet, but moving forward I hope to document my my journey through this Gen 7 UU tournament, win or lose. Yeah, so let's get this started. We'll hop right into it and take it turn by turn. I'll explain kind of my thought process and where I wasn't thinking, and yeah, cover it play by play. So they lead off Galvantula. I was pretty confident they were gonna do that, starting with the sticky web. That's why I led Mammo, so that way I could follow up with an Ice Shard for a guaranteed kill before it got a hit off. The Scizor comes out. I was afraid of getting Pursuit trapped, so I just stay in and hit it, but it U-turns, which from the calcs tell me that it was Scarfed. I bring in my Laddie, Hydreigon. I'm scouting for Scarf, and the fact that they stayed in Dragon Pulse makes me really believe they're Scarfed. So I go Amoonguss, I click Spore, I use this opportunity to bring in my Scizor and defog away these hazards because I really don't want sticky webs up. Now, I don't think I should have let my Mammo die here, and I think I should have been a little bit more cautious of the Primarina, but I do just get one shot by Waterinium Z on my Scizor. Very cool set. Mega B for the U-turn, get some chip. Hydro Cannon, very interesting set. I was not expecting. But since it's putting him into recharge turns, that's giving me a lot of advantage. It's letting me go Amoonguss into Beedrill and pretty much kill his Primarina for free at this point, just losing my Scizor. Now, having lost my Scizor and my Mamoswine is kind of really tough. Then we got their Scizor on my Laddie, which I killed a Thunderbolt. The Hydreigon, I decide that I know they're going to think I'm going to switch, right? Because Bullet Punched, and clearly they know that I know that they're Scarf now. So they think I'm going to switch. They go U-turn. Oh, they also wake up, which I didn't know they were going to wake up. But the Blissey, I probably shouldn't have started Calm Minding here. I probably should have went hard into Beedrill. Looking at it from here, yeah, Stealth Rocks weren't up yet. I probably should have went hard into Beedrill and just started clicking like U-turn or X-Scissor. But I decided to pop my Z Thunderbolt on the Blissey, try to get some chip on it. I still have my Regenerator Core plus Mega B, which means I can do a lot of damage. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I actually knew that wasn't going to kill, I think, from the calcs. But I was confused because the Blissey had some Spadef investment or speed investment, because it wasn't max Fizdef. The Hydreigon comes out as I take down the Blissey. I still have my Regenerator Core and a Mega B, and he has 2 Dark types. So, you know, I'm pretty hopeful here moving forward that I have a chance. I didn't go into B there because I thought there was such a high chance he woke up. I didn't want to just lose because of it. I figured I could get rid of his Scarf and just kind of play it as a slow game. Find a chance for my Mega B to come in, seeing as it won't die to 1 in the Stealth Rock. The Stealth Rock will only do 25% when I come in. Hydreigon wakes up here, goes for the Dark Pulse. Trying for some flinches to flinch me down. I go into Amoonguss, take the Dark Pulse, heal up with Wish, you know. Do some shenanigans with Regenerator Core, get flinched down by Hydreigon because yeah, but I mean it's only 1 so far. I'm going for the poison here because if I could poison the Hydreigon and I could slowly chip it down, I think that'd be better. But no poison there. I go into my Mega B here. I was hoping he just wouldn't have Protect. I had started kind of giving up at this point. I didn't really see how I had a chance to win. But he did have Protect. He got the Speed Boost, Liquidate. here we go through a few turns of me not getting the scald burns and him not getting the crunch drops, but, you know, spoiler alert. Sorry about that. I don't know if you could hear it, but the dogs just started going off. But, spoiler alert, he gets a few crunch drops, and I never get a scald burn. But, you know, we just go through. Sorry, excuse me. I haven't been sleeping very well. But there's his first defense drop. I'm thinking, okay, it's fine if I get the burn, but I don't, which, by the way, 30% chances is 51%. Oh, look, another 30% chance and no burn. Isn't that epic? Now, I can't stay in, otherwise I die, but if I switch into a Moongoose, I just die. So, at this point, it's pretty much game over. Not much I could do here. If I scald, I don't remember what I do here, but if I scald here, yeah, I do scald here, no burn, and he does get the drop. A little rough. But, you know, I was feeling a little demoralized. I actually wanted to use this team again, moving into game 2, but I misclicked, so I used a different team. And so let's get into game 2. Here it is, turn the music off, and let's hope that the images aren't all fucked up. So this team, I bring Spike's, like, offense / balance, Florges. I love this Florges. It's RU. It's not in the UU tier, but she very good. Okay, so this time I lead off with MEGA-MANECTRIC against this Galvantula because I'm faster. Oh, well, hold on, let me skip back to the turn. Anyway, lead out with MEGA-MANECTRIC because I'm just naturally faster. I don't need to Ice Shard and maybe lose my Mamoswine early game. He's using the same team again, which I feel gives me a huge advantage because I know that it's like Choice Band Scizor, so I know to play around it. I know it's Z-Move Primarina, and I know that it's Scarf Hydreigon, unless he switched it up, but I didn't think he did. I go for a Scald Burn. I think maybe, you know, I can get it. I don't. I do Rapid Spin away the webs because I feel like they'll be way more disadvantageous in this game. We Volt Switch. I'm going into Mamo. Thankfully, I kept him alive because he just, you know, kind of eats this guy's team apart. So yeah, I catch the Scizor on the switch with an Earthquake, deal 73. We hit the Blissey for 51, get Toxic, but that's fine. Primarina, we go into my AV. We go into my AV Bisharp, get a little bit of chip damage down. I did the calc. That was almost guaranteed to kill. So I was very confident throwing out Mamo. Goes for a Flash Cannon, fair. Gets the Spadef drop. A little annoying, forces me to make a switch. But now my Chestnut just kind of goes crazy with it walls the Sharpedo. And, you know, kills the Sharpedo very easily. I don't think the Blissey was prepared for me to deal so much damage. Probably thinking I was just like pure like defensive set, but you know, I run Drain Punch on it. Throw out a Spike because Spikes are strong. I knew he was going to protect there, so then we Drain Punch. He has no way to kill me, I think, unless he crits me. Oh wait, no, Ice Fang will kill from this point. But, you know, I go into my Thick Fat Mon, Mamoswine. I go for an Ice Shard. He does the Protect. I don't die to Toxic. Ice Shard will kill. Thank you, Calculator, telling me all these things. My Mamo goes down, and all he has is the Hydreigon, which means I can send out my Florges. And unless I get very unlucky with flinches, I get the KO. So game 2 went way more smooth and way faster than game 1. So right now it's 1-1, and we move into game 3. So moving into game 3, I felt like the team that I had been using worked really well. I felt very comfortable and confident in it. and I knew he was going to switch teams moving forward because, you know, his last team just got bodied. I assumed it would be something that could deal with Mamoswine, but looking at his team here, I was still very happy with my Mamoswine. I felt like spikes were going to be pretty important, as well as MEGA-MANECTRIC was just really good. So let's hop into it. Oh yeah! Forgot to turn that off. This time I lead Chestnut. On the laddie, I bring in my AV Bisharp. We go for the Pursuit, just because I thought he might switch out. 52% Sucker Punch on the Roost. He's going for a +1 Draginium Z, which was scary. Thankfully I lived. This turn right here, I didn't Sucker Punch. I went for Pursuit again because I was scared he was going to switch out and try to, you know, come back in and do more scary stuff later. But since I didn't Sucker Punch, I lost my Bishop, and I was feeling very spooked here, to say the least. Losing Bishop early while they still had pretty much everything made me uncomfortable. Laddie could just roost up, but yeah. So I decided I sent out Mamoswine, scare it out with Ice Shard, but knowing he's going to switch, I go for the Earthquake. Didn't really have a choice but to switch there. Thankfully we take out Empoleon as Terrakion comes in. Scary Terrakion. That thing, strong, fast, hits most of my team. I knew he was going to make a switch, so we did Roar, trying to get a better matchup for me. Don't really get it as Volcanion comes out, so I sent out Tentacruel. He doesn't really have the hazards on his team, so Tentacruel isn't super useful. Kind of good as a check, but so I just go for some damage on Volcanion, sack it to bring out Manectric, who's going to Volt Switch. Yeah, the Volt Switch kills very nicely. Chestnut comes out. I assume Laddie comes back out. Yeah. Laddie comes out, probably Roosts. Yeah, it makes sense because I couldn't do anything to him. I bring out my Florges. Florges does 25% to the Scizor, which is really nice. Florges and Chestnut make a really good defensive core. I set up my first spike. Let's pivot right back into Florges. I feel very safe to do this every time because I could just go right back into Chestnut. There are no hazards on my opponent's side of the field. We get a crit, which is nice, but I don't think super mandatory because I know this is Bullet Punch, or I mean, I know this is Banded, so it can't really do anything. But yeah, the crit makes it so that it's faster. You know, it can't come in on a Moonblast again with the spike up. I decide I'm just going to try to 1v1 this Latios, drop its special attack as fast as I can. Put myself in a situation where I can just hard switch into Mamo, which I do, thankfully. If that turn had gone wrong, I would have lost this game, but it didn't, thankfully. We use Ice Shard there. I know that Ice Shard kills this. Oh wait, no, I didn't want to Ice Shard there because Bullet Punch out-prioritizes. No, it doesn't. I was faster. I probably should have just Ice Sharded there. Would have been safer. But I didn't want any big surprise to happen. So we set up a second spike, guaranteeing that the Scizor cannot come in. This turn right here, actually, this turn right here was pretty hard for me, right? So I set up the spike, and then I was sitting here facing down the Altaria. I was thinking, okay, if it just Mega Evolves and attacks, am I in a horrible position? Because I need Chestnut to check Terek. Right? I need it so that way I can still beat the Terrakion. I was very afraid of Terrakion coming back and sweeping me. So my thought process was, if I stay in and I roar, I can get rid of any phasing, or I can get rid of any setup, maybe even kill the Scizor. But if he stays in and just straight up attacks, that's really bad. So I decided to go Florges and hope that he doesn't just attack, and if he did, I had a chance of living a second one. as long as the first attack wasn't an Earthquake, which I felt confident he wasn't going to Earthquake onto Chestnut. So, because Florges could not take 2 Earthquakes. But, as we shall see, I make my switch into Florges, they Mega Evolve and Dragon Dance, go for the return, deal a whole lot of damage. Oh yeah, it looks like I couldn't even take 2 returns either, but it's fine, it's fine. We get it down low enough where Ice Shard Chip just takes it out. He has no way to remove the hazard, so a Scizor dies on entry. Terrakion comes out, and we hard switch into Manectric for the Intimidate. Take the close combat. See, I'm very afraid of still getting swept here. Here we find out the Terrakion is Scarfed, and I feel way more comfortable. Takes the close combat with ease and Drain Punch to kill the Terrakion. That's the first round of the UU Swiss for Gen 7. This was very fun, and I'm really looking forward to like next round. I'm not sure who I'm going to be facing yet. I'll probably find out in the next like 4 days. This will probably won't get uploaded till tomorrow, so I'll probably find out within the next 3 days, and I'll have my next tournament game up within probably a week or so on the channel. If you liked this, subscribe, give it a like. I definitely want to do more tournament games on the channel. I love, well, okay, the reason why I wanted to do this tournament and enter it is because it's Gen 7 UU, where, like, you know, Mega B is really cool, so I didn't get to really use Mega B very well this round, but maybe next round, I don't know, we'll see. I've been working on some new teams. I have some pretty cool ones, but this team is still one of my favorites. Thank you very much for checking it out, and that's the tournament game. See ya.